fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
We play to win. Let's go! We go tonight. 180. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, watch this.
On first down, Akers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Black 20. Value 3. Value 3. Screen. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. No. Off. Check 3. Super 1.
On second down, Akers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. Check 31. Check 31.
Now a give right side. Akers. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
You ain't got nothing. Maverick. 55. Right there in the middle. 50. Bravo. I hope you got your left because I'm about to take you to school. 55 is my guy. 55. Don't let him breathe.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Akers. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
We go tonight. 180. Hey, kill. We ain't begin to turn you up. Pilot, 64, weak.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Merlin.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Switch. SOS. Slam. Watch the ship.
Now a give right side. Akers. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check 43. Kill.
They'll try to left side. Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Prescott to throw it. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. A 1st down carry by Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown from 21 yards away as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180. 58, the money. I'm coming. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Go, 12, go.
On first down, Akers. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On second down now, Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Left, 180. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go. Hold on. Check. Shift. He's crashing. He's checking. 4 down. Check.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You go take. You got take.
On second down, Akers. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On third down, Akers. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Cooper was the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On first down, Akers. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On second down now, Akers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. March 54. 54. Here we go. Shoot. Under 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers.
Check 52.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Line, 120, value 3. 12.
To throw is gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line, 180. March by 4. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch the edge. Back. Check 24. Check.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Akers, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, Akers. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Heavy on the edges. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Rams on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Goff. This is the tight end Fant.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. A big-time fourth-quarter return for a touchdown to tie this game. Now the PAT obviously would give them the lead.
And as we know, it's no longer a gimme since they changed the rules a couple of seasons ago.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Goff now to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 31, Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55. Small. Rip right, 14. 14.
Now gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This for the lead in the final stages. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Check.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 39 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here we go. 76. 76. Maverick. 55. Right there.
Gone. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Elliott again. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the red zone now, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.